Hi teacher, today we are going to talk about the case of eTOROBUILDING, the world's largest social trading network. The members are Gianni Lulaso, Brandon Montoya, Fiorella Paredes, and who speak to them, Angela Raimundo. I will start mentioning a small summary about the case eToro. Uh, that was founded in Israel in 2007. It is a company that offers the trading of multiple assets, also has the purpose of opening global markets so that everyone can trade and invest in a simple and transparent way. As of April 2020, the company can trade in the US. They can also trade with cryptocurrencies since their request was approved by the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. In the case, there is also the story of how the asset investment trade emerged in the world, as well as how the eToro company emerged an evolution of its platform. The second topic is the main participants. Number one is the users, made up of companies that decided to list under or issue a part of their capital in the financial markets. Second is the investor. They are the ones who buy the titles issued. The main investors are investment management professionals, financial service professionals, academics, and professional traders. Number three, state intermediaries. In this case is eToro, which is the financial platform that makes a wide variety of assets available to investors. Number four is independent supervisory public authorities in order to ensure the professionals of all participants and to guarantee the proper function of the operation on the exchange. Each country has public authorities. For example, state national commerce of the values trade in Spain. After step number five, what is the central institutions? In addition to regulators, some institutions such as central banks will ensure monetary policies. For example, in Peru, the Banco Central de Reservas. Other main participants is the rating agencies. The last important players in the market are rating agencies such as Moody's, even Standard of Poor's. These agencies is an institution that assesses the risks of default on a debit or loan from a state. About topic 3, it's a question: do you believe US consumer will value the various social features, in particular the copy functions of eToro platform? In the USA, the value of the various function signs. These tools help them to have more information about the assets, how to invest and what to invest in addition to the copy function. This is a tool that helps them have main information about the main investors that have been successful in this business. The other question is, what would it take for these features to be more attractive? To be more attractive, it is necessary that the information be true and transparent. In other words, the full trading history of traders that new users want to copy cannot be downloaded or viewed on the platform, and the performance statistics only go back 1 year. Therefore, it is difficult to trust those numbers.
Well, would you recommend eToro to trade in US market? What value proposition should they communicate? Well, in my opinion, eToro should be targeted in US market because this country have many persons that invest in the traditional way. Also, they have a new investor that are interested in investing in stocks. Also, they have to enter in the market with a value proposition that is copy trader. That is a good way for new investors to know more about how to invest. Also, they have a copy and share portfolio that show how successful investors manage their investments. Also, they have to show the user the opportunity that they have with the community when all person that belong to this community could recommend to other users how to invest. Also, they have an easy way to invest in stock, so they have to show to the user that opportunity. Additional products or service that they should offer in this country is a daily market summary for free in the short format for non-club members because they they have this daily market summary but only for club members. Also, they have to have a system of club tiers, an exclusive debit card for have confidence for users in US. Also, some recommendation for non-US markets and news in a short version for free member and complete version for club member because they have to catch the interest for users that invest in other companies that are outside United States. In light of on recent competitive development in U.S. financial service sector, do you see a viable path of profitability for eToro in this market? Well, eToro have a competitive advantage for develop successfully in U.S. financial service sector. For do this in a good way, they have to demonstrate that social trade is more attractive than a traditional trade with a bank. Also, they should introduce non-US investor and non-US company in a correct way for attract US user for invest in foreign stock. So in this way, they have a complete version for the all the service that they offer in other countries because they have to offer the same the same offer in United States that offer in other countries outside United States. What should be eToro measure of successful in US in 3 to 5 years? Well, they have to promote information and recommendation for non-US company stocks because US users don't usually invest in companies that are outside United States. Also, give an extra incentive for popular investors that focus in US companies because like I say, USA users usually invest in stocks only for United States stocks, and also they have to create a US community and attract some US popular investors that are well known in United States financial sector for attract new members in this community for form a good community. Also, they have to try to give you a United States the same level of service than in other countries that eToros offer their products or service because they don't have to offer a lower product for United States. They have to offer the same or or better offer for United States for attract a new users.
Question 7. How could disruptors like Robinhood could affect a company? eToro would have a decrease in its monetary income because users will stop using the platform and invest in another such as a Robinhood, which will become a problem because people will prefer more to the competition, causing that there is less trust and less preference for eToro. In this way, due to lesser use and fewer users who use the platform, the reputation of eToro will decrease. Next question. If eToro plans to launch the platform in Peru formally, what considerations should they have? The consideration that eToro should have to launch the platform is that it should do a market study to get to know Peru better. With this, it will be possible to obtain information about whether Peruvians know or don't know eToro and thus be able to carry out adversity strategies so that eToro becomes known or better known in the country. In addition, with the investigation that will be carried out, it will be possible to prove if Toro will be accepted by the country. Here it could be shown with a type of sample of what the platform will be like in Peru. And now, what Peruvians think about the management. If it is or difficult to use the platform, if they would be able to use to invest their money, or also if they have a preference for another platform to invest their money. In this way, they will know who the competition for each other are. Other information that will be obtained from this is that it will be known how many Peruvians are willing and how much money they will invest. Also, how many of these who say that they will invest are men and women. Will this data to be able to offer or improve some options so that there is almost equality for both genders. In addition, knowing their expectation and knowing their demand with the platform. They will know what they would like to find, such as tutorial videos to teach them how to use a platform and now how to invest. With all this information, a report can be made of the results obtained from the market study and to know if it will be profitable to formally open a platform in Peru. Question 9. What would be the Peruvian target? To be number one trading platform in Peru, to be one of the most used trading platforms in Peruvian market, achieve a large number of Peruvian users happy to invest their money on the platform, you recommend the platform to friends or family, you use the platform constantly. All this can be achieved if Toro carries out a good planning or a good strategy that allows to satisfy the demands of the Peruvian market, such as a given price or incentive to investors so that they don't stop using the platform and to eToro can become the favorite platform of the Peruvian.
What kind of products or services should they offer to the Peruvian market? eToro should offer to the Peruvian market. First, need to be able to create the ecosystems that users can trust, like cybersecurity standards, because in any case, it generates some mistrust at its own investment platform that is not very famous in the country. Then banking of funds, since investments are a large amount of money. They include webinars to reinforce knowledge and eliminate the risks of using copy trading because especially so that there are not many losses at the time of the operation. And security ensure in long-term investments. And the last one, customer service offices. It generates greater confidence for the new users, knowing that there is some support in the case there are certain problems in operations or some doubts that can solve them. How will the company affect the Peruvian traders companies? Are affected because eToro is a fairly comprehensive investment platform. First, simple investors experience with your platform. Because it's a platform, it has multiple assets such as stocks, cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, commodities, and above all, they are easy and simple to operate for the beginner. It is one of the apps without commissions and maintenance. The commissions in this case is 0%, and there are no hidden spreads, fees, or charges, and you get rights to the underlying assets. Then offers flexible leverage, which is a kind of loan that eToro gives to investors so that they can trade stocks that have more value than their balance sheet. And however, it has a barrier or limit so that people do not multiply their trades too high. And great opportunity to invest to the youngest. Because with the years of experience of the company and the materials available to study is easier for young people to want to invest safely. And the last one, self-direct and indirect and interest investments in brands they appreciate because some actions are recognized companies like Apple or Netflix. What kind of products or services could they offer for the trade finance? We choose line of credit for all investors, not just platinum users, but also providing a line of credit with low interest rates and without charging fees for the withdrawing funds, for currency conversion, or for